Why, hello, welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings, where today we're gonna do Anna, because I was told that Anna's a good path to take. Unlock some new stuff and all. I'm actually kind of curious to restart the game and try a couple of things. Like, a lot of the endings don't seem like they're congruent with continuous storylines. Like, I get the idea is that there's a lot of timelines going on, but it needs a setup. And Adine seems to have been the most logical one. Um, so, I'm probably going to restart and just see how that works out. I'm going to try and get an evil ending too, just kind of futz around a bit. I'm also going to be a bit slower this time. Let's just sink back in. We've taken way too much of a rush lately. Duty, Chapter 1. Let's just absorb it again. Take it in, take it in. We're not going to have too much of a chat, but we are going to take it in a bit. Because I need to reacclimate myself to everything after that rush job to get everything done. The order of the chapters is a little bit unfresh. I need to get everything resorted. However, I am going to do something a little bit different, in that I might be turning on auto. I just want to get some feel for things. Reacclimate myself, as I said. I think I'll leave you guys out of this. You're in a lot better position to get this all set up. So how long is this? Just a while. I'll figure this out. Well, there we are. Let's go and set up with Anna. I've been reading through this, and going back is really nice. I think I'm going to go back to the old way of things and reading things. She told me to meet her. She should be around. She's got to be around somewhere. The production facility had many different wings, covering from research and producing in addition to production. To processing. So they have a refinery here, huh? They get lost if you didn't know where we're going. There's motion distance as I approach. So that's not just only Emma, but Remy as well. I'm planning to do Remy together with Adine for a couple of achievements. Because there's one for getting phone calls, and I'm planning to go for perfect runs. So that's going to be hilarious. I'm also... like, the music, I don't pay attention to it, but there's some really good music in here. Seeing the middle of a heated conversation, I thought it would be inappropriate to approach now, so I made several paces back, out of the field of vision, but close enough to make out the words. We heard the rumors. And you comment on the basis of rumors? Is that how you operate? This is not the first time you've been in trouble, you know. Remy really doesn't seem like he wants to be here, though. He's like, do I have to be here? I don't know what you're talking about. I can only imagine that they're upset about her wasting resources on her personal projects because she has so much control and influence over how things are going. If you want to threaten me, the least you can do is send someone more intimidating. You may be larger than I am, but I can see you're just a big coward. If you dare put your dirty claws on me. I wouldn't. Here's a courtesy to you, not to intimidate, threaten. Do with that information whatever you wish. You know we'll be back, and if they find anything, there will be consequences. Do you think I care? I care little! The attitude of yours is not very helpful. And neither are you. Well, I said what I've come to say. Good luck! Good luck! Whatever. I'm not gonna go for, so there's two ways you can finish the scene. You can finish them good and impressed. Impressed gets you a phone call, so I'm gonna go for good now, and I'll do impressed in the other one, which will be fragmented, so that I can get good, so that I can always get perfects. It'll be great. It'll be fucking great, because I have to edit everything! But replaying this really, really helps me come back to town. Hey, Anna. Hey, Sapphire. I don't know why, but every time I have to say my name, it's just a little bit odd. Wait, how long have you been there? Not very long. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter as much anyway. It's just part of the course for me. I know, Remy. What's the problem? Nerve of that guy. He probably went so tight for something with his girlfriend a few years ago. Is that referring to Adine? It's gotta be awkward. Nah, but I don't care about him. It disappears that our problem. They don't like me and the research I'm doing. Then why did they promote you? They cite our traditions and values, claiming those are the ones kept us alive for so long. If anything were to change, it would obviously fracture the base on which society's built on. Cause it all to collapse. Terrifying hot families and nobles will lose. Things will be bad. At least you believe those old-timers who will keep repeating these phrases. All that nonsense because of my research value research that can save lives. So the implication I get is that because dragons aren't very creative, the few that are creative kind of get suppressed over time. Like, there are those that are starting to grow out of it. But not many, and they're suppressed. What kind of research we're talking about? I can tell you sometimes. We're here to have fun! Thought you wanted to show me, since it's both biology and all. Well, fine. Wasting my time with that guy was just a setback. Ugh. But I already... Oh, this is so... I'm just going to skip this, because this is just very, very awkward. Not exactly. So we're doing cutting. Ooh. In any case, if you have to work overtime today, does that mean I should wait for you? Or do you want to go to come back another time? Neither! I think my break should start right about now. What a lucky coincidence. It is, isn't it? So where are we going? I know where you're going, but I need a cup of coffee or 5. You can tag along if you like. It would be my pleasure. We'll see if we might well. Hope you brought your own money, though, because I'm not sharing. Yeah, I wonder how that exactly happens. Do I just say, like, I'm an ambassador, put it on my tab or something? I don't know. Nice. Actually, that opens up some very nice possibilities. It might, but I'd rather not do anything too fishy. Otherwise, especially, you know. Like, going back, like, Maverick is the entire reason everything happens. Maverick is the entire goddamn reason everything happens. It's so rude. Good point. Let's go then. And you, lady. Here's my hand. Here's my coat. It's on the floor. There's no mud pool, but I just thought I'd do it. There we are. I think I'm just gonna make a emergency quick save. So that I don't know what I think. Finally. Can't wait to get some coffee into my system.
Oh, hello, Sapphire. Nice to see you again.
Hi.
Who's your companion?
Can't you just take my order?
I apologize. Let me try it again. Welcome to our establishment. My name is Adine, and I'll be your waitress today. What can I bring you to?
I'll have a coffee.
Thank you. And what can I bring the esteemed gentle person on the other side of the table?
I'll just take a cup, please.
No problem. I'll be right back. Phew.
What is her problem? I'm here to order something, not chit-chat with the employees. I know her, it's fine. She can be pretty annoying. I can see that.
Here you go. Enjoy.
You sound like a boy. I totally needed that. So, you work in that facility? And your point is? What is your job there? What do you do exactly? We do all kinds of stuff. The truth is, we just have all kinds of specialized machinery. All kinds of specialized machinery there is, which is used by many people for many different purposes. The building is owned and run by the council, who oversees the schedule. It is quite handy, since you can go from research to testing to even manufacturing, all in the same complex. I started as a researcher in biology, which is still my main job. But I've been here so long and learned the ins and outs of the building so well that I eventually was asked to take over some managerial duties. So, it means more work, but also means I get to run my own personal project every once in a while. Does that sate your curiosity? Gosh, I don't know. I'm trying to... Yeah, okay. Good to know. Yeah, I figured I should be a little bit more straight and narrow. Oh, I forgot to ask, what exactly do you plan to do with my blood test results? What is this, interrogation? It's just asking a question, that's all. Okay, guess you don't know questions. I mean, I do like that I can backtrack a bit, okay. So which one will be a better one, then? Because I am kind of cheesing it, but I do kind of want to avoid having to reload too often. I guess I'll just be somewhat polite about it. She likes direct, is what I get. She likes direct, she likes straightforward. Sorry, I'm just stretched from work lately. I'm not getting much respite between my regular work, overtime, personal projects, and other disturbances like that Remy poking his nose where it doesn't belong. What do you do in your free time? A good work-life balance is important, you know. I love my job, I really do. Actually, I love it so much that even in my free time, I still do things that have to do with biology. As I said, I've got the opportunity to do my project sometimes, and so I like to focus on when I get the chance. It be ashamed to pass on a duty like that without using it. With the current influx of work, I'd rather leave the facility if I'm not eating or sleeping. Even right now, I'm only on break, and I have to go back to another shift. Maybe choose something else for a change. Maybe, but right now really isn't an option. It would help if the council weren't constantly sending their lackeys to mess with me. So that wasn't the first time? No, I suppose there was or something. Long story, and not one for a first date.
So this is a date?
No, I'm saying that even if this was a date, which would be more than whatever this is, it wouldn't be very appropriate. Stories about work aren't very romantic. It's always work with you. Come on, you're on a break! Maybe we should do that to mind as well. Like what? I don't know. You have any other hobbies? Not really. Don't have time for hobbies. Like, I like how my character just asks for games like this. Be cute and spontaneous. I guess she likes a pinch of sass on the things, it seems. It's more for kids.
We don't have anything else here.
Fine, thank you.
Have fun.
Boom! A board game? Really? I mean, it's not Kniski's textile merchant, but is that nothing? Textile merchants, Kniski? It's a game, never mind. Well, I'm not convinced it'll come to anything unless your goal is to make me regret this day. It seems to be a trivia game. You have good general knowledge, even though I got advanced knowledge of my master luck every day. You bet your ass I got good ones. I like that she talks about the posterior. That's like the bad ending, too. A foreigner. That's something no one calls me, is it? I am a foreigner, technically. If I could do it, I could go on a real date. No feeling break, no feeling everything, no acting as if you're doing me a favor. Especially since it was you who wanted me to meet in the first place. If I win. Alright. No idea. It's only fair to start. How does this work? Also, apparently one of the wrong options to say with the dean is not throwing away the magazine and all that. It's really it's really weird sometimes. What's like the good options with these people? I guess I'm too polite sometimes, and it sometimes frustrates people. We take turns drawing card. Okay. How do I know this? It seems to be, I guess, implied that I just sort of read the rules real quick. I already got this one right the first time, but we actually got the answer for this one a little while back, too. Maybe. Ah, she likes a pinch of sass with her answers. A little bit of confidence, a little bit of straightforwardness. This one was kind of cute, especially because answering one doesn't do anything. Ah, Prince. Press the wrong button. Oh no, because it always loads this. I like how they use this to introduce a couple of concepts. It's a children's game! These questions are really a challenge. I'll go ahead and just we can end this. Yeah, this one's kind of cute. I like she's debating it. Looks like this was the last question. Just get it over with already. I wonder if she's ashamed or just annoyed. What's the approximate acceleration speed of a nose-diving flyer? I have to think about that one for a minute. I was just kidding. Still could have calculated that. Here's your real question. What's water? That seems to be correct. Yay! Well, it appears the game has ended in a tie. What did you propose? I guess we could both for awards. Yeah, I guess that's very fair. It is a fair solution, isn't it? One of us brought the facility to do the test for a while, though, so I suppose the next time will be a date. I'll try. Thank you. In any case, the work break's just about over. See you soon then? Of course. I'll make sure to leave on your side of the deal. See you soon. I hope to God I just got... Oh, she still hasn't calculated yet. Despite the odds, I managed for first we played. Even though I better forcing me to go on a proper date with me. I was more to get back at her earlier rudeness. I had not expected this outcome. I was not sure what I expected from this meeting in the first place, but now I was locked into going on a date with her and being her own personal guinea pig. Whatever good would come out of this, I wasn't sure either. It's a good question. Yes! I got impressed! Woo! I know that one. That saves me some trouble. I guess I'm not going to do anyone else. I'm just going to stick to the straight and narrow. That means goodbye until next time! Come to think of it, this kind of explains why there isn't like a whole facility on our side. Because, you know, kind of was a one-way deal. Although it does beg the question why there's just a portal in the middle of nowhere. Unless it was a different portal for a different purpose or something, I don't know. But yeah, I'm having fun, just looking back at this, instead of zooming through. I think we're about to hit the next spot. So enough. I think if you don't do this, she dies. Like, this is your final moment to not get Anna to fucking die. It's gonna be a holler. And just in time! Hello? Looks like a message. Something up at the last second. Wait for me to cheer me along, Anna. I guess the last second is made a little sense. She wouldn't have left a note on me. I like how there's a girl sign in the back. Is that a girl's? Why would they have a sign like that, though, of all signs? Also, if this is a 3D environment, looks better than most. Especially because the painting's over here. Guess we're playing the waiting game, then. Okay, looks like it's been an hour. My patience is slowly, but surely, running out. Wait. I guess I could wait a little longer. I'm not sure the record what world record hold for most patient person is, but I feel like it's still no sign of her, though. Wait. Ah, there you are. Where have you been all this time? Reading comprehension must not be your strong suit because the note's clearly said I'll be back soon. Note to self. The word soon refers to a time more than 2 hours. Has it really been that long? It certainly didn't feel like it. Alright, sorry for making you wait. Look at second time. Happens to the best of us. It happens to me all the time. I guess we missed our movie. Okay, we see a late screening or something? That was the late screening. The theater's closed now. Maybe we should reschedule. That won't work. At least not for me. Today was the only day I could leave early. I won't have another chance anytime soon. Okay, what should we do now? Maybe the coffee place is still open. I don't know. I guess that's better than nothing. Let's go! Woo! Closed as well. Oh man, this is a new place. Huh? That's just peachy. I love saying peachy. Yeah! Why do you keep working so late anyway? Because I'm doing what's important. You're doing cancer research, right? Who told you that? Damien, I stopped at your lab some time ago, but you weren't there. That shardborn bastard. Shardborn? I like how they're... Oh! Oh, someone should tell the developer about that, period, exclamation point. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What else did he tell you about me? Nothing much. The whole thing wasn't really about you anyway. Let's see. Sounds like you two don't get along that well. That's the understatement of the century. Being trapped in a small room with the likes of him for hours on end every day is the scenario born of a sick mind with the intention of making me suffer as much as possible. Certainly doesn't make my research any easier. Stress probably doesn't help you either. And it's not worth jeopardizing your health over. Just don't overwork yourself. You can't save everyone if you're dead. If I don't find a cure, no one else will. No one else can. Besides, I was only late today because of your stupid blood work ready. Because I got your stupid blood work ready. You have the test results? Yeah. You want to know what to say about them? Definitely! How much you know about genetics? A little bit, I guess. Don't worry, I put it in words that are easy for you to understand. To start off, I found that on average, 90% of our genes are homogeneous toward species' genes. That may seem like a lot, but put into perspective, about 50% of our DNA is also shared with fruit. To elaborate, you and your human neighbor back at home are probably around 99.9% genetically similar. If you compare various sentient species we have with each other. Yeah, I think this is probably supposed to reference monkeys because, hey, why not? As for what this exactly tells us, 90% sounds like a lot, but it's not as good as you think. Still, for two beings from a different world altogether, that's quite remarkable. Beyond DNA, the biggest similarity between us is the brain structure. But that's not surprising, considering our high-level cognitive abilities. That'll surprise Maverick. What do you mean? He doesn't even like humans very much. I'm sure he'll be displeased at how similar we are. Oh, he doesn't like anyone, really. He's just like me in that way. Ah, you two would make a great couple. You're a little late for Wow! There's a lot of, like, exes going around. You're a little late for that. I'm already his ex-girlfriend. Really? How'd that go? Now that I think, actually went pretty well. For a while, at least. But in the end, we both got too resorting our jobs till we realized that we had drifted apart too much. Yeah, that's good. That's a good way to break up. I still respect him for the work he does. I mean, we even used to solve crime together. I'd be in the lab running tests, and he'd be out in the field chasing perps. It was good times. Guess nowadays he just chases after me. What? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But if you know, maybe you can help me out. I can still help you out if you don't. I certainly can't help you if you don't tell me what's going on. Okay, but this is just between us, right? Sure, whatever. Maverick is convinced that I'm an accomplice of a crime. He made a point to tell me that he's searching for proof to legalize me or worse. I wouldn't worry about that. That's the thing. He can't find proof for any that doesn't exist. Still, it does feel nice to be threatened and stalked, especially by someone like him. Ah, that's just him. He gets way too into it once he sets the sights on something. I noticed. It's just his job. What do you expect? Oh, she just leave me alone. He wasn't always like this, you know. A couple of years ago, he was assigned to this one case. Back in time! He's got a badge. He was relative to the news force, young and eager to help. Then the reality came crashing down on him, a serial killer who shook up town. The victims were apparently eaten. You'll find out later that the killer's actual result of a degenerative disease which brought his feral nature to the foreground. At that point, he was just a wild animal, turned to a cannibal that hunted under the shadow of night. Everyone in town was up in arms, terrified that they'd be next. The police did everything they could. A curfew was instated, and patrols guarded the streets at night. And then they found him emerging on his fifth victim. Poor Maverick was not prepared for what he would find. Stand back, Maverick. I'll handle this. Ugh! Miles? That was his brother. Step away from the body, Miles. Miles could not comprehend their wounds, and only saw rivals who wanted to take away his prey. Oh my god. He wasn't about to let go of it without a fight. Oh, so that's the character, huh? Miles raised his head from the kill, brought dripping from his maw. The officer's breaths were smothered by deathly stillness of the night. Fangs bared the fellow dragon snarled and stood in front of his meal, prepared to protect it from the toad and trail to the territory. Whatever this is, Miles, it's over. Don't make it any worse now. I'm gonna pull out my gun, and I'm gonna cap some bitch. Ah! In an instant, Miles was upon Bryce. They clashed in a flurry of teeth and claws. Miles had the advantage with his small frame and quick movements, and Bryce could not get a clear hit in. It all happened so fast that Maverick didn't know what to do. They rolled on the ground advance, and Bryce ended on the back, helpless as a turtle. Miles pinned him and clamped his jaws on his neck. Bryce's claws were the only thing preventing Miles from biting down, and they were slipping, slick with blood and quivering with fatigue as he tried to push him off. For a brief moment, Bryce thought this was his end. When suddenly the jaws relaxed, he was able to dislodge them. When he looked up, he saw that Maverick had managed to get Miles from behind. He bit through his brother's neck and from above. Blood flowed from Maverick's jaws and over Miles' lifeless body. Bryce had been saved, but the young dragon wore a wide-eyed, empty stare. Gosh! Maverick blamed himself for not taking better care of his brother. You know Miles had problems and he was taking medication for it, but he wished he had done more to help him. The medication wasn't the right one, by the way. Miles took solace in the fact he was able to save Bryce. It explained some of his habits. Never been the same since that accident. Now he scrutinizes everyone and everything. And not sure how that's supposed to help me. It doesn't, but now you know why he is how he is. It's not unusual for him to act like this, so you might have to wait this out. Anyway, let's get back to your test results. Since you were so interested, do you want a copy of them? I'd appreciate that. No problemo. I also heard you wanted Rez's blood. Of course, I found him over too, but that was before you arrived. And I thought we have a special. Oh, it is. It was too stuck to agree to anything. You wouldn't even appreciate an exhilarating round of trivia board games. Not even that! Can you believe it? Oh, I love how we're getting chummy! I can totally see the sarcasm dripping from your mouth. Still, it's kind of a shame. What an interesting compare your blood to this. It's a shame indeed. Well, if that rag is anything, you could probably get some samples from that. Let's enjoy a romantic day in the back alley of a coffee shop. Of course! Unless you want to take this someplace else. What, you don't like hanging out in dirty back alleys? I'd actually prefer someplace less dirty. I guess it's a valid point. We can always go back to your lab. And have you hung around outside of the lab equipment? Denied! I'm getting kind of hungry. I figured our meal on our date. What, you can't go a few hours without having to stuff your face? I could offer you a handful of dirt if that's your taste. That's gross. That's gross. How can you ever think of something like that? Could you think of something else? Well, this is one place that never closes. Let's just go over there. Well, this is one place that never closes. Let's just go there. Sure! Several minutes of walking, and let me to the outskirts of town. We arrived at a farmhouse. On one side, fields scratched across the horizon. On the other side, lush green hills and the fenced production of populations of animals. What kind of restaurant is this supposed to be? Self-serve! You're a bad girl, Anna. Oh, I know. Ah, she loves the sass! How well can you hunt? Me, even if I knew how. It's not like I have any equipment here. Equipment? What a sissy! You've got hands and teeth. What more do you need? A long-range weapon, maybe? Like fire? I suppose you could make use of that. I like how these things are able to eat raw meat, and they're just like humans don't need raw meat. We need raw meat, too. Oh. Everyone is hunting for me. I feel pathetic. Alright, so I'm capable of acquiring food. I'll be right back. Goodbye! Anna walked over the fenced enclosure of animals that reminded me of sheep. She crouched and squeezed herself through the bar, after which I lost sight of her. Waiting game 2.0. Start! Bum bum bum! It only took a couple minutes for her to return. Dragon went out and said, oh. Oh! Dinner's ready. What kind of animal is this? It's called a mufflum. Which part do you prefer? See how nice I'm letting you choose first. What the hell is an offal? Let me look that up. Entrails. Good choice. That's where the good stuff is. Yeah, we should probably explain her that part. How inept can your species be? You can't hunt on your own. You need tools and help at every step. You don't even have claws to cut things up. I'm not sure how you'd even survive in the wild. Seriously, what god did you piss off to end up like that? I want to say evolution, but that's not really it. Evolution kind of goes the other way. I have no idea. It's kind of sad when you look at it from that perspective. So many different species have amazing natural abilities. It seems that we got the bad end of the deal. We've all sort of held up on the fact that we're brains and intellect, but now that we found you, that it really doesn't make us unique anymore. Mother Nature has been cruel to your race, and I almost feel sorry for you. She spent with her maw before a liquid shot from both corners of her mouth and grew. Whoa! That's a neat trick. Bet you wish you could do that, huh? That'd be wicked cool! Right comes in handy! Actually, two different components. They only catch fire when there's fission quality, both is present. Interesting. This is not how I imagine my date with Anna being. Eating offal from an animal while she's bloodied up from a farm they don't own. This is cute if it wasn't so bloody. This is gross. I'm kinda gross. And there's the corpse. Ain't that just spiffy? The flames weakened and grew smaller as they went out. Let me actually see one tiny thing. Does it actually show you the fire? No. It just shows you that there's a fire going. That's a really good fire, though. That's a really good fire. Sort of. I think there should be more solids to sort of cover it up. Like, there's a lot of stringy parts in fire, but there's also a good chunk of solid that's just really bright. And the brightness really doesn't pop up. She looks so comfortable with this. Help yourself. But dropped as soon as... Ouch! Can't take a little heat, huh? That's too bad. Unaffected by temperature, she took a piece in her hand, tore a chunk out of her teeth, and started chewing. I guess your skills are a good insulator. Evidently so. How does it taste? Just wonderful. Stolen goods are always taste. Why are you stealing? Don't you have a job? I can already picture the old farmer reduced to tears. Discovered one of his precious mouflons is gone. You're a wild one, Anna. Thanks. I can teach you a thing or two. Think she'd be cool enough for her sensitive little fingers now? She really is a sassafras, ain't she? Carefully, I grabbed one to pieces, which would now need to cool down long enough for me to burn somewhere, and took a bite. It was a little bland, I admit, but not bad for something that was alive less than an hour ago, prepared in the wild. How do you like little mouflon à la Anna? Okay, so far she's been extremely, she's primal. Oddly primal for someone who's doing cancer research. So let's just go with this one. Quite different from sitting in an expressive... Sure, she doesn't like fancy stuff either. She's kind of aversion to that. Using the fancy cuddlies and napkins, isn't it? Yeah, I like it. How are you going hunting your own? Only when necessary or when I feel like it. I still got a fancy residence because I can afford it, but they don't mean much to me. For me, it's all about the experience. And one isn't necessarily better than the other. I see your point. It was unusual but fun. I was surprised. I can see your point. This certainly is not meant to even going, but it was still pretty fun. Anyway, I'm stuffed. Me too. There's still plenty left over. What are we going to do with it all? We can just leave it here. Hey, maybe the old farmer will help himself to it. What? Well, since we're already on the track of being, you know, let's just go for it. Although I kind of want to ask this one. Actually, I'm gonna make a quick save, and I'm gonna ask them all because I'm kind of curious. So what? They need to eat too. Talk about recycling. Fine. But I really think this is the answer she wants. Holy shit, Anna! What the fuck is your problem? I can see why you got your ass chopped up into bits. Well, that was interesting. Wait a minute, I got something for you. Oh, the results, right? Yay, test result, black on white. Thanks. This is gonna go over with when I had the chance. I thought you were doing this for your cancer research, actually, since, you know, humans are different. Yeah, it would do us some good. You know, I think you have a point. I haven't been feeling myself lately. There's very reason for that. But working too much might be one. Explains why you're in the middle of nowhere eating someone's random sheep. Today was kind of fun, so maybe I'll make an effort to get out every once in a while. Speaking of which, now that our date is officially over, we should talk about your end of the deal. Of course! There's an opening where I can fit you in. I'll call you up with all the details. I shall be looking forward to that. God damn, what a lady! Whew! I'm glad I'm done with this one. What's my status? Impressed. I'm amazed, because that was just awful. Ugh. Anyway, see you next time. Oh yeah, Anna's dead. Or is she? Hey, Chief! Sapphire's here! Okay, so we get to skip all this part. Sapphire, I got some really bad news! Well, what is it? You know Anna, right? Yeah, I've met her, yeah. How about her assistant? I met him once or twice. Well, that's him. Let's do some voices. Let's get some... Ah, his hand is covered! What the fuck? You didn't give it to Anna, but you gave it to Damien? Ugh. Bryce, I hate you. Ugh. Are you okay? I'm fine. Let's just get this over with. Bryce nodded. It's more bad news. The blood from the was okay. Furthermore, the murder weapon and method appear to be the same across all 3 victims. That's going to be a big problem for you.
What is that?
Yeah. But wait, Anna's alive now. Ha. No. I'll pop you back in when something happens, you know. So, I thought I'd do this now, but there's really isn't. If you're watching this whole thing, this is a good time. One thing I kind of dislike is that the introduction sequence of the whole setup and res and all isn't ever repeated. You don't get to get that back. You have to reset a whole bunch of stuff. And the unfortunate consequence of that is that you don't get to contextualize that information of, like, why they're doing it, the time frames and everything. And... like, there's a degree of information that needs to be given that it doesn't give you by denying you the chance to go back. Like, it's not a big deal, but it's enough that it has some influence on everything. And I hate it. I hate it so much. Because it's also the grounding, you know? Like, suddenly you're in the human world and suddenly you're not. Like, the sudden jump here remains. It's like, you're here now. Don't ever think about going back. Hey! Yep, skip doesn't work. Let's go. Man, you know what? I think, like, the amount of endings you have to do is a little much now that I really put in some context. Yep. Oh, I need to read things anymore. Oh, gosh, sorry. Yep, what should I do? Let's go for the production facility because there's actually an achievement for talking to Anna when she isn't fucking dead.
Hi, Sapphire.
Lord, right? Yep.
Did you...
This is just him being like, hey, don't forget I exist, please. Please! That should be the right place.
Hey, Sapphire.
I didn't even call you about the test yet. To what do I owe the honor? I have a few questions about the murder of your colleague. Is that so? Why do you go around asking questions like that? Is this a matter of human interest? Actually, yes, you could say so. Instinct, what's in it for me? I already agreed on your tests. Wait. I already agreed to your tests. I'm not sure what I could offer you. Besides, I'm working for the police. Your brief cooperation very appreciated. Yeah, Damien was kind of a dick. He didn't say much. You're working for the police? No, you really have my attention. I want to see where you're going on this. So by all means, go ahead. What happened the last time you saw him alive? I saw him yesterday evening. There were some tests that were needed to run overnight, so instead of staying late to set them up, I had Damien do it. That's what colleagues are for, right? Can you tell me what happened when you found him? I might have left early yesterday, but I made up for it by coming in early today. Before everyone else. That's why I was able to find him. I was on my way to my office when I saw him lying in the middle of the hallway, in a puddle of his own blood. What was your relationship to him? He put every day a simple fact of life, besides interviewing you crime out of Beaver. There, I didn't know him that well. Yep. The world stops spinning for no one. Life goes on, and for me, that means being without an assistant for a while. Oh, okay. I didn't miss anything. I thought that one option was crossed. No, it's just that's all. We were colleagues, nothing more. I didn't particularly like him. Yeah, that's not unusual. I don't like most people. He didn't really like me, though. Why is that? He was jealous of my success, and it showed. That's all. That'll be all. Thank you, Anna. My pleasure.
Goodbye.
Analytical. What? Nothing new to us. Man.
It's payday, Sapphire! The tests are ready, the machines are ready, the lab is free! Only one more thing is needed to get this party started, and that would be you!
So you better bring your body to me. I'm gonna have to come myself, in which case I can't guarantee your safety. I hope you aren't afraid of needles. What? There's also another thing I want to do with Adine. Apparently if you meet her once, and then you see her... Wait, isn't that the ending I got? No, I think yeah. I don't know. I got some things to try. I need to do some checking. Let's go have some dates. Whoops. There you are. I was wondering if you'd even show up. Would have been just an opportunity to meet you. A glutton for punishment, huh? Not that I mind. Follow me, please. Oh, this was a bad idea. So what exactly is this room? We're testing a room for research on live subjects. What exactly do you test here? You'll see that soon enough. I intend to use this facility to its fullest potential. Let's start with this one. What's that? I can get a look at your bone structure and organ muscles with this. For the fine details, we need a different machine. Get a light on here, please. Sure. Before we start, can I ask about your qualifications? You can trust me, I'm a doctor. What kind of doctor? A doctor of pharmacy, the only type I currently hold. But no, they operate this machinery. Didn't expect to expire confidence. If you say so. Now, please don't try to move on this. This is funny. How long will that be? Why are there so many dates involving me standing still? We'll see soon enough. So what now? Just wait until it's over? What do you want me to do? Dance for you so I don't get bored? What does a dancer dragon look like anyway? Is that your scientific curiosity shining through? I can prove that. You didn't answer my question! I'm not going to show you, but if you're curious, you might find that that's in the seedier parts of town. The seedier parts of town. Your town is seedy parts? There's a lot you haven't seen yet. No, when I heard someone's having something, I thought it might have been you. That's why I say late. It might have been me instead of Damien. Oh, someone died. I'm not crying over that bastard! Alright, you can move again. Does that mean I'm done? That's the good one. We're just getting started. What about the results? Don't hold your breath. They'll be processing for some time. The result can get so fast that I'll probably end up studying it for days. Let's collect some samples for now. Where should I start? Wherever you like. Show me your claws. That'll be, fingernails in my case. Suppose you're right. It'll be insulting because things are your claws. They probably break up before you do them in any practical way. So what more nature gave us a short end of the stick. Which grove would like me to cut off? Take a piece from the whitest part. The rest is attached to the finger. Hold still! Don't cut off too much.
Don't worry.
Only enough to put it on the microscope. See, that wasn't so bad! How much you putting bad in a little boo-boo? I'll show you, boo-boo. You better behave. I'm doing you a favor. Whatever. Oh, I guess with the right training, I can make something out of you after. Holy shit, Anna! What the hell? Now I'll go right under the microscope. She got up and sat down at the table. Intently, Anna stared at the device while messing around with the nail clipping. Let's see. Putting your finger on the... Ooh, in middle school. Quiet, please. Scientists work here. Okay. The structure looks a lot like keratin. Because it is. That's not much of a surprise anyway. Keratin's a substance of food. Yeah. Yep. Why would you retain such a structure? But is there anything useful beyond that? It's not beyond me. Actually, we can pick up things with them. Without your fingernails, it's very hard to pick the shit up. What happens if you don't cut them? They just keep growing. How much can they keep growing? Pretty much indefinitely. Did they get thicker at least? They just get longer. What a hassle. How long can keep me? I'm getting impatient. I'm just saying our date didn't take all that long. Eventually, days worth of data from that machine. We never specified any terms in our sat in our date until it was unofficially over. Says the queen of complaining. Great one. I don't complain, I just point out errors. Besides, I'd be the empress, not just the queen. Besides, how do you feel about needles? Go out and poke me, if you need to. Actually, I'm fine with like stabbing and squirting. Not as much with sucking. Ugh. You'll need to remove some layers for the next part.
What are you gonna do?
Just some electrodes. We'll need some. Here you go. How does it fit? What is it now? It's kind of embarrassing, I'd say. Let me go up a bit. It's kind of embarrassing. Okay, you seem very pissed. Maybe say so. It's kind of cold here. Well, that's the best answer, seems to be. Our skills are good insulators, last time. And it actually goes both ways. That's usually how heat works. We're pretty resistant to both heat and cold. Just let me know if I turn blue. You get blue when you turn cold? I'd like to see that. That was just a joke. Besides, it happens you too gay to get out unscathed. What a shame. I can't see a blue smurf. Take all. Rich change. Our heart shape is different from us, but I think this one should do the trick. Perfect. That was made for you. I'm not too sure about that. It's in my ear. By the way, how can you be sure it will have no adverse effects on me? I suppose I can't. That's mildly unsettling. Your physiology is similar enough to us that shouldn't be any problems. Honestly. I'm going back to ask you a few questions. What is this, a polygraph test? No, it's something completely different. I'm measuring your brain activity here. Besides, I don't really care about the truthfulness of your answers. Rather, it's to establish natural highs and lows of the values of measuring. Go ahead, then. Let's start with the easy ones. Following questions. No matter if true or not. Not understood? Jerk. Starting now. Are you human? No. I see. Is your favorite color blue? No. Oh, because of my... I wonder if that's related. Have you I see. Well, let's get to the real part. You can ask any question however you like. Got it. Did it make you uneasy to get all the... What? Did she tell me to say no? Okay, so the whole point is that she's going to see how my brain responds. Did it make you uneasy? You probably... not really. Let's see, interesting. Take a look at anyone here? Yes. I see. No ulterior motives. I see. This is a fine test. You can take off the helms, I'll take care of the electrodes. Seems like an interrogation. I want to keep it simple and ask questions to get a reaction. Not an erection. Kind of a shame, because the lack of additional subjects for this test means that those results aren't very useful now. Probably need 4 more humans. Then why do them in the first place? They're still useful. It's not as useful as it could be, besides. Besides, I tell you, make the most of this room. Okay, what's next? I'm not sure yet. I'm close enough to the mucosa and orifices. I want to say probably not. You might be right. We quarantined Reza immediately after we arrived here, but skipped the procedure with you. After examining Reza, we didn't think humans by themselves posed any danger. Nevertheless, who knows what kind of illness and bacteria might be hiding as an alternate host. I'm not taking any risk without a full protective suit. Does that mean your procedure not in the mood to put the suit on to sterilize the whole room. To be fair, I haven't heard of anyone coming in contact. Yeah. It's intimately close. No office examinations, then. Nice, we actually have to go outside. Sounds like fun. Depends. Here, strap this on your arm. What's this? A handheld monitor. I want to measure how you perform during exercises. Yes, ma'am. Oh, she's so weird. I kind of want to stop this one because it's just getting awkward. Also, she's constantly wearing this mask but never putting it on. I also don't think it would fit her, unless it's like rubbery glass. And now, take one lap around the block. Here, go as fast, slow as you want. But try to stop until you're back here. I'll be monitoring you, so I don't know if you try to do anything fishy. No need to point out the obvious. You wouldn't believe the kind of people I have to deal with sometimes. I can say the same thing. Is that so? Well, you can start wherever. The mom will take care of the rest. Tried to start with a light jog. Soon I was outside the gate and around the corner when I met an unexpected surprise.
Hey, Sapphire!
Hey, Remy, long time no see! Long time no see! Indeed, just enjoying the fresh air, I see. Yeah! So there's just random moments when characters show up just to remind you they exist. What? Although, actually, the reason I think he shows up is I think he is an alternate way to get, he's an alternate way to get Anna's background information that you need. I think there's 2 ways to get the stuff you need for the good ending. And one involves Remy. I think the other one is to break into her office? I mean, breaking into her office was an option. It might be something good. I met Remy. Remy? Oh, I wouldn't mind if that bastard kicked the bucket too. What do you have against them? He's self-righteous do-gooder who can't help but stick his nose where it doesn't belong! I don't care what he does, as long as he doesn't mess with me. He does with me, so I do care. Anyway, I got your data, so we can head back inside if you're not too exhausted to walk. Of course! What a peachy old time we're having. What comments do you usually get? A little. I try. I see. She is so condescending, though. Like, I don't know if I can stand it for much longer. I don't know if I want to get the good end. You should print them out and have them framed. Nope, no such written agreement. That's not how pictures tend to work, though. Alright, I totally forgot you're a mammal. To encounter an intelligent mammal of all things. Well, reasonably intelligent, at least. Use a miss to get a scan like this one. That seemed funny to me. Do you nurse your young from your teats as well? We do! Let me stuzzle your muscle groups a bit. You want me to take my clothes off again? I meant the pictures! You can stay a bit longer, in case I have any questions. When I continued sitting on the bed, she sat up at the table, started looking at scans of muscle groups. As we walked, her eyes lifted at the screen. They're very similar I found on Damien's kind. I'm not surprised, his stature similar enough. True, now shut up and let me concentrate! Does that approach ever work? What are you talking about? You being rude to everyone. Sorry. You apologize. That's a new one. I don't make excuses, but high job pressure like mine, I don't get to socialize much. Deteriorating circumstances like that? Deteriorating circumstances? Wow. You really didn't have any time, huh? I think the last time I had a real friend was more than a decade ago. What happened to that friend? Well... Anna, why the fuck are you 90% flashbacks? Let's go year after year. She found new friends? I didn't. We still met, but those visits became less and less frequent as time went on. It was around 10 years when her parents prompted me to visit her. Apparently we went for some time. I think I'm actually going to do Anna's good ending later, because I've heard that it's like a years later event, so who cares? I didn't know, because I hadn't seen her for quite a while at that point. She attacked sort of degenerative disease that caused her to gradually lose control of her muscles. Her case was particularly bad. She was paralyzed from the neck down by the time I went to visit her. When I entered her room, I couldn't pretend to be her friend. Lying in bed was this crude image of herself. It was as if she's already dead. I couldn't bear to see like it scared me. I didn't stay long. Seeing her was just like I told myself, no, you're slang, dolly. Oh. So that's why you're doing cancer research, because your friend died of cancer. The last time I saw her, last week, a lot of degenerative diseases going around here too. I guess that makes sense for bio creatures, for bio weapons. Not really. Game science gets well good at. Doesn't make my work any less important though. just from what I did here today. You might make improvements in other areas. Really? Nope. They're completely different, yet a stable evolutionary line. There are some things that are similar in our bodies, and others are completely different. Anything that is different and works tells us something new about biology. All the various species have their own challenges and diseases. It'll come in handy somewhere for sure. Yeah, that's true. You never know what you find. You're doing all that just because of your pure, unselfish heart. Not really. I just have to do brother if I can deserve my name on it. Guess so. I think it's it for today. You can go if you like. I don't mind taking a look. The good part is, though, you can immediately tell if she's annoyed or not, because she just falls down quickly. Really? Well, I want to speak to you more, but I can't really have you around if I do anything serious. Well, maybe later, another time. Because you're so insistent, I might as well. Okay! You know how busy I am, but I can call you if you'd like. Sure! If I don't forget, that is. I'll leave you to your work, then. So apparently, I really want to try that Dean thing. Looks like some freeze time today. Oh, whatever, I'll have some fun. Oh, goodness, they actually reference this, huh? They changed their minds, so it's for a little while longer. I see. Here's your order, so it's a little bit, it should be okay. This one's new. I'm bringing over the bandits to the facility. Hey, Anna! Oh, it's you. What's going on around here? The police came and raided the place.
What? Why?
It's a long story, and I'm not gonna tell it now. Is it bad? I don't know yet. I'm not sure how they expect me to work in these conditions, considering I get assignments from the council and the police. And then they turn around and mess the place if it's part of the job. It doesn't make sense to me. Someone is going to hear about this, and there will be consequences, I can tell you that. Anyways, what do you want?
I'm just here to drop this off for you, courtesy of the police.
That's what I'm talking about. They mess up my place, and then they ask for my help. Something isn't right here, and I'll get to the bottom of it. What is this anyway?
I'm sorry, it's the bloody bandits for analysis. It's related to the Reza investigation. You know, the Reza men.
Alright, I'll take it. Not for the police department's sake, but for yours. And don't let me hold you up. I'm sure you have places to be. Yeah. Oh, she's so sad. I really hate that. And again, she is a bitch! Oh my god, it's Kevin. Message time! Huh? Hey, Sapphire. I'm not even sure why I'm calling about this, but you seemed like you wanted to hang out the last time. So call me if you feel like it. I don't want you to... whatever.
What's that all about? What the hell am I supposed to make of the situation? Huh?
Guess she's here. Hey, Anna. Hey. What's going on? You sounded pretty worried on the phone. Worried? If I was worried, that means that I was afraid that something might happen. But I'm way beyond that. I know exactly what's going to happen to me. It's over. It's all over.
What are you talking about?
First they came to my lab. Now they went to my home, too.
Who did?
The police! They raided the place. They had a warrant and everything. I already know that they have all they need to convict me. I'm going to die in prison.
Why?
It's because of the tests I did on you.
You will die in prison because you looked at my fingernail under a microscope? I'm a bit confused. Why don't you start from the beginning?
Alright. Just all flashbacks, aren't we? This goes years back, and you already know half the story. I was a brilliant mind who skipped years in school and went to fast track. Looked carefully. I was based on my accomplishments. I was still in school, solving problems no one had touched before. I had awards lying. Ooh. Besides, I couldn't care less about some old people thought about my work, as if I needed their approval. Cool. The next one I was going to detect was an incurable disease. I started my research with an ironic twist of fate. So you have cancer.
Ouchie baba.
That hurts. Whatever someone had not following this is or it's just like I'll never know, but the grass and heart disease was treatable but not curable. You don't get cancer like that in most circumstances. It's just kind of your cells getting a bit messy. And it's extremely difficult to cure any one specific form, let alone everything. Despite help great amount of people at my work, I was now the one who needed help. There was no one who could help me. No one but myself. I was already planning on working on a cure anyway. What a reason to be doing it to save myself. I told no one about my affliction and set out to do what many others failed to do. Any materials I needed to start my work were easily acquired by just waving my status around. I had free reign over my own work lab. I've even gone assisted if I wanted to, but I knew that they would only be liabilities. Even had a few leads about the disease. push the salary was committed because in months, if not years, depending on how generous they are, I could afford waiting as long as I was working against the clock. So while waiting for the paperwork to be fully approved, I already started my work. I'd expect them to approve it fully. Like they're not, given I was tackling an incurable disease. The matter is necessarily new and it was controversial. It didn't cross my mind that anyone would object, seeing I would cure thousands, if not millions, of future people. But I was younger then, a little more naive than I was now. In the end, my old project came crashing down in flames. The proposal that I was sure would be approved was ultimately rejected, putting all my work I'd already done in jeopardy. I'd already made good progress at the time, too. After the rejection, there was going to be an inspection of my workplace in order to determine the progress I made in the project, which they assumed had been done within the legal bounds and wouldn't include the controversial things outlined in the paperwork. Of course, that meeting was just going to be pretense because I knew there were already rumors going around of what really went on in my lab. In the end, I had very little warning. Thankfully, I managed to dispose of the most erroneous evidence before they arrived. They found proof of my wrongdoing, but since they couldn't find evidence on how far I had already proceeded, I was able to deny most of their accusations. Using the controversial method when it hadn't been approved was still seen as a very grievous offense, however. I was charged and sentenced. You know, I'm starting to realize why this game starts to get weird. Like, there's the stuff with the portal, and then you do some investigation at the house, and then you get the administrator, and it just sort of cuts. Like, there's a big twist. I was charged and sentenced heavily, although the search responded due to their lack of evidence. With all I'd done for them, they knew better and took away my license, and I was able to continue in other areas under the condition that it was within the council-owned facility. See? So I assumed that those tests on me were against whatever conditions they said on the suspended sentence. Exactly. Why didn't you just do the things the proper way and wait for the paperwork to clear? Before my paperwork would even get through, you'd be long gone. Using you as a test subject would have been a process that the council would have had to discuss with humanity. As such, there might have been another trade agreement and who knows what else. I just didn't have the time. Frankly, I didn't know how much longer I have left. This is my death sentence. You thought my test results would help you find a cure. And that's never gonna happen now! How did they find out so quickly? It's not been long since I came to your lab. It's not just those tests. There was Reza too. But Reza told me you didn't give any blood he asked for. It's not because of what I got from him. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I didn't spend hours on the ground of the hallway of the facility after Reza stray hair? Oh, that when I gave him, it turned out to graze his skin just enough to scavenge through screen cells? How did they find out about? How did I find out about all this? It was Damien, my assistant, that piece of shit. He was blackmailing me. Why? Because he was jealous of me, jealous of my success. He found I was doing with all the stuff I could salvage from Reza. I didn't mind giving him what he wanted, though. I just wanted to live. When he died, the police searched the department. They found all kinds of evidence against me. Now everything is coming down. I'll be punished to the full extent of the law, and I'll die in prison. My work will forever be tainted. Not that I care about that when I'm dead. How the hell are you going to lead to an ending? You remember that childhood friend of mine? I never wanted to end up like her. But it seems not even I can do anything to escape that fate. Maybe I deserve it. Maybe this is my punishment. I have to die like she did, because I left her. I will spend my last days bedridden in a prison cell, and no one will visit me or care. You know what? With all that data I got from you, I might have actually found a cure. I don't want to cry in front of you. I don't want attention or pity. I don't want it. I don't want to cry back when I was diagnosed. And I'm sure as hell heck not going to cry now. I admit that I was selfish, always. Yet I did great things. At least that's what everyone kept telling me. You know, after the whole affair back and the suspended sentence, the rumors about me never stopped. Did they warn you about me? Did they tell you to stay away? I'm sure they have. Why are you still here? You're in my house? For one? I'm not going to leave my house because you're in it. I didn't listen to them, I guess. Just like you. The council, Damien, Remy. They were always sabotaging me. If anyone just let me alone, I wouldn't even need your help. Why couldn't everyone just leave me alone? When they gave me the manager position at that facility, it was just to distract me even more. Giving me free reign over the lab so I'd be tempted to do something I shouldn't. How could I at least not try? One of their oh-so-important founding principles is how every individual is important. It's clearly not the case with me. At least they never showed it was. Now I can see just how different you are. You were the only one who came to me willingly without any ulterior motives. Or did you? You invited me. You invited me! I just took the invitation. Just to use you. And you still came back for more. You let me do all those tests on you. Sure, you complained like a pro, but you sat it out for me. I owed it to you. You don't owe me anything anymore. So what? Maybe I don't have to die alone after all. I don't know if I'll be able to be here. It doesn't matter. You've already done more than enough for me. I'll remember you when I die. Anyway, enough of that. I hope you don't mind me hanging around here. The place still looks like the police raided it. Oh wait, that's exactly what happened! Need any help cleaning up? No, I could pay someone to do it later. I just don't want to be there right now. Nice apartment you got here, by the way. Not quite as fancy as mine, but it isn't bad either. I guess the council treats you nicely, huh?
Hey, it wasn't my decision.
You're such a VIP, aren't you? It can't be that important if your apartment is nicer than this.
Besides, after your rhetoric about being wild and all that, we went on our date. I assumed you were the kind of person who lives in a hole in the ground.
That's not what I said. I told you can just appreciate different kinds of experiences. I could survive in the wild if I wanted to, though. Do you know what I did on my last vacation? I just started walking in the random direction. I spent a week in the wilderness before I came back.
That must have been an adventure. I'm able to do that without tools.
I could give you some tips if you like.
I'm not sure if I'll ever need them, but I guess they come in handy.
Alright, actually, there's one tip that should take care of everything.
Let's hear it. Just be a dragon.
You've got everything you need, and you don't have to learn tools and other stupid stuff.
That's super helpful. How do you think I was supposed to do that? You're gonna genetically modify me?
Actually, can you tell me about your advanced genetic engineering? Maybe you can make it happen. My personal ones? I'm speaking more about your society as a whole. But if you don't have any personal experience, that could they technically do that? I mean, they did make the bioweapons. We could do so much if we wanted to. Cloning, genetic scrambling, or hybrids for various different species. Heck, we could even get a new species if we wanted to. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. Tampering with genetics is not allowed. Because it interferes. Our enlightened society doesn't see any value in it. Besides, you know about a creation myth, right? The one about the human...
The one about the human creating you?
Yeah, that one. It's the only one we have. Anyway, we're not to tamper with perfect images after which we were created.
And what would those be?
The belief that each species was molded for particular tasks, or with one particular role in our society.
Really?
Some of them aren't even wrong. It suggests that certain species should go with certain jobs because of their higher aptitude in those fields.
Can you give me an example?
Well, let's just say that everyone can join the police force, but you'll never be the flyer on duty unless you're belonging to a species that can fly. That much is a given. It's like more if there was any kind of sort of discrimination, for example. You could say so. The structures can be rigid in places, especially where their council is concerned. They really like to employ members of various species in the traditional roles. Wow. This has been long as fuck. Ironically, though, the perpetual nuisance you know as Remy was a revolutionary case where that didn't happen. In what way?
In what way?
Well, the council aide, particularly one who works in the archives, is usually a member of the species with more dexterous hands. You can't really expect a four-legged species to do that kind of job, Virgo. And he doesn't. It's really been a disaster. He's basically become the laughingstock of the whole town. When Remy initially got the position, there was a lot of controversy about the subject. Some liked it, others didn't. So he thought that for Emera, politics was a popularity contest. Doing something controversial and divisive like that doesn't fit that image. She wasn't like that in the beginning. It caused people to remember her, though. And now that people know her, she's changed her attitude a bit. It was a good move. It kept her in the spotlight all the time. And she's using it to gain popularity now. She just likes the attention? I don't know why she does it, and frankly, I don't care. You'd have to ask her yourself, but I doubt she'd tell you. I wouldn't expect honesty from someone like her. Politics always used to be messy back home.
Scandals, argument, lies, they were everywhere.
We do get the occasional scandal from time to time. And, of course, there's always rumors. You can't really stop people from talking. I'm glad.
Why not?
Scott! At some point, it just gets tiring. People get loud and argumentative. And those are supposed to be our leaders. That's not something people would like here. If your council member wants to be popular, you don't have to engage in that kind of behavior.
Sounds like a nice change of pace.
Not necessarily. It also leads to the kind of reluctant agreements and sweeping issues that should be talked about under the rug. You know what? It just doesn't jive with me. Jive. They like to pursue this fantasy of peace and harmony in our society. For me, it just seems so fake. People pretend to be something they aren't to conform because they don't want to stand out. They become faceless puppets like drone or in a hive or cogs in a machine. What kind of world do we live in where one speaking one's mind is seen as something bad? I never held back. Now see where that got me. I bet you some would argue that it would be easier to conform then. I could never do that. Besides, I don't want to. There's this thing called integrity, and if there's something the society needs, it's integrity.
Now you understand like a politician.
If that's what your politicians sound like, maybe they aren't so bad. Sometimes I just want to walk up to one of ours and shake them until they wake up and accept the truth. What's the truth? I'm a scientist. Truths are facts that are empirically verifiable by science and tests. After all, the tests I do in my job are to find if assumptions are true or not. I suppose you talk to different people, their definitions of truth will be very different. What's truth to you, then? I'll share your view, actually. There aren't nearly enough people like that around here. You do seem like you actually... you do seem to like talking about this kind of stuff, though. I'm not an ambassador for nothing, you know. You're an ambassador so you can discuss the nature of truth for different cultures? You know, yeah. If you ask the wrong kind of person, these kind of discussions will turn very ugly. I'm certainly here to learn about what you were thinking and which society operates on a new level. Of course, I wouldn't just walk up to someone in the street and start talking. Maybe you should start talking to someone in social studies, and not me. Not necessarily. Even if someone like that gave me their opinion, it's still opinion to hear the voice. Yeah. Yep. Anything else you want to know?
How much do you actually like me? Do you want to catch my smooch in my cheek?
It's not the kind of question I was expecting. You called me when things were down. You said you didn't really know anyone else. So what? Is it hard to admit that you like someone? You know me a little by now. You know what I'm like. Whatever you're looking for, you know I'm not that kind of material.
Not even as a friend?
You want to use me with emotion-laden word to describe our relationship? We've met a few times and that does it for you? This isn't about me. Before anything happens to either of us, I just want to know. You want me to tell you how I feel about you? If something happens between of us, you know it's not made to last. You go back to your own world and I'll probably spend the next few years in prison. You wouldn't like commitment anyway, would you? True. But I wouldn't let something like that hold me back. People don't like me, and I don't like people. It's always been. Right now, I'd say probably the person I hate the least.
Well, that's something, at least.
I also can't deny that you have a certain exotic quality about you.
Now you're talking.
But enough about me. If you're putting me for this long, it can't just all be selfish kindness, can it? I think I'm gonna make a quick save, just in case. I was spinning you the first time I saw you. I don't hate you too. Let's be sassy. I guess we feel the same way then. You know, can I make the quick decision? Because that's so that. Okay, let's just go with this one. This seems like the good answer. You know, this might be a lesson to do something. Want to make it worth it? If you say so. Is that a yes?
Yes. She does have nice eyes, but that's besides the point.
Those are nice eyes, though.
Anna! What are you doing?
We have to take these off, don't we?
Not like that. You'll ruin them. I'll do it.
All right. So fussy.
Oh my God! I just had sex.
Or something. Well, I guess I'm gonna go to the ending. Oh, what the heck. Let's let her read my past. Oh, that's so sad.
Anna time!
Adds the definition of the term anatomy. It must be her.
Hey, Sapphire. Looks like you're ready to go.
I didn't think you want to go to a community event like this one. Anything can become with the right company. With that argument, we could just stay here. I haven't seen the fireworks in years. With all this crazy shit that happened recently, well, maybe there'll be a reminder of the better days. The better days? You don't usually talk about yourself like that. Maybe because I just didn't give a damn anymore. Who cares what if you know that about me? Who cares if the entire town knows? I certainly don't. But these days, I'm just trying to make the most of whatever's left. All right, let's go then. Oh. I do wonder what happened that day. Maybe she just went close to the mucus quarters and she took some samples, and I was like, God damn it, I should have seen this coming. She took samples. I feel violated. She's got my anal mucus all on her cotton swabs. Now she's gonna know exactly how well I poo. God damn it, that's my secret. My stool is my business. I demand liberty. I wonder if she's a fireworks girl. Suddenly a terrible decision hit me. Speak for yourself. This isn't my responsibility. This is much bigger than you. This is much bigger than you. You gonna help me or not? Alright, just for you. What do you want me to do? Fight him? I'm sure that's first. Oh yeah. We got the port. Sebastian! For $1 finer fish wash. I hate that Sebastian has to fucking die. He's such a nice guy. Wait, is the ending here? Why isn't it here? This time I didn't say fuck you. So every single time I do it the regular way, they show up. Traitor! So is this just how every bad ending goes? This is so generic.
They belong to humanity!
No, they belong to me.
Who the fuck are you? Freeze! I said freeze, motherfucker!
Waste your bullets on me. Feel free. You can't stop all of us. If you say so. BAM! He pulled the trigger, and the administrator fell to the ground with a dull thud that knocked her mask off. I still don't get to learn who the fuck she is. God damn it, which ending is it? What? Actually, fires just suffocate you, you know? Fires don't... Like, the burns will hurt, but it's the Don't bother. Please don't worry, got me. I'll be gone soon. Don't say that. Don't say that! I've done autopsies before. I know how this goes. No one can help me now. You jumped in front of me, Anna. Why? Why did you do it? I only have a few months left to live. If I'm lucky, that is. Anything past that wouldn't even be a life worth living. Why would you want to spend your last day strapped in a hospital bed, slowly wasting until there's nothing but a mere shell, a shadow of your former self? They can prolong my life, but they can't save me. By doing this, they could save you. So I did. I know you have it in you to achieve and succeed at what you set out to do, even if I couldn't. Even if they have me rot and die in prison rather than finding a cure for myself, and who knows how many others. Just make it count, Sapphire. Wait, what? Oh, no, that's just the lighting. Ah! You look weird, Reza. You might want to get a comb. Also, that is such a paint job. Fuck. What? Yay! The administrator lives! Woo! So tell me your name. What are you planning to do now? I don't know, Izumi. What do you think we should do? We have to stop the comet after all. You remember my name. What else do you remember? I know we can stop the comet, but I also want to help humanity. I'd be just like Reza if I didn't try, you know. Just helping one world and disregarding the suffering of another. That's why I'm asking you for your plan. Sending the generators will be out of the question, since we need all we can to stop the comet. This is correct. Unfortunately, I also know that by the time we stop the comet, human would have given up hope in the portal and disconnected its power, so we won't be able to help them afterwards. You remember well. The solution to this will be rather simple. We need to let them load away a little longer while the dragons recover from expending all the power source to stop the comet. We could just send them a letter. I'm afraid that won't be possible. And why is that? After what happened during some of our other attempts, I decided to delete the coordinates to humanity's portal when I repaired this one a few days ago. But that portal has ways to locate other functional portals. We could re-establish the connection. Unfortunately, looking for other portals through time and space would be a significant energy expenditure that we cannot afford right now. Not if we want to stop the comet. I reject this outcome. If there's no way to send them help, I will go back to the day of my arrival and try again. That's why I put those coordinates in after all. No, that's not your call to make. These coordinates were only to be used in emergencies or if we failed. As far as I'm concerned, we did fail. Look at this world and what they've achieved under my guidance. You want to jeopardize us for a chance? Just a chance to save your city as well? That's what I came here for. Reza too, but he's dead now, and I'm the only one they have left to fight for survival. I can't just leave them now. As nice as it will be a life here, it will be a life built on the suffering of others. I won't be able to live myself with the knowledge that I could have helped them, but I didn't, and I took the easy way out. As far as I'm concerned, this isn't over yet. You want to save those who sent Reza and his supporters. Is this really about humanity, or about Anna? She sacrificed herself for you, not for you to undo it all again. It is her sacrifice that makes it possible to save this world now. Is that not enough for you? No, I'm going! If that is your final decision, you leave me no other choice. Why? You know what? For all Reza done, you don't seem that different from when it comes down to it. Goodbye. But Anna's still a bitch! As I made my way to the portal to return to the day of my arrival, I thought about what just happened and what I would do now. If anything, Azuma's action only strengthened my actions to make things right. Just right! After all, I had all the time in the world to try. I like this ending a lot. Fuck! This was a great story, though. I like it. But like I said, Anna's going to be put in the back burner. I'm going to do Remy then Bryce than Anna's true ending. Because Anna's true ending apparently is a years later event or something. I don't know. Arms are very skinny, though. Like, look at those things! Why were you such a bitch? Maybe the good ending will reveal the truth to us. Maybe. Just maybe. But that was really nice to play again. And again, such good ending music! I can't take it. It's great. It's great stuff. Sacrifice, fitting name. And there she stands. Continue your journey, Sapphire. I wish System was a more talkative character. Next up, Remy! I'll be honest, that did kind of touch me. Anna is the kind of character who does get to you. Because when someone's incredibly hard and stiff, and they just sort of bend just a little bit, it makes it all the stronger than someone who's, like, just sappy. I want to do something with, Adine. This will take a moment. Unintentionally, I got another one of these. I guess every character gets one moment where they kind of show up in someone else's storyline. Except Bryce. He just shows up in everyone's. So I've actually had a date with him, so he'll have some things to say. This is interesting, though. So let me just quickly give you the status update. Loop. What chapter am I in anyway? I forgot. Unfortunately, Anna's still dead. This is abandoned! Apparently that's a status you can... Oh no, this is the good status. I think I got good before. I'm gonna go for all of them. I'm gonna go for abandoned next because it's fun. I think I already got this one, so whatever. We've already done bad in the evil run. Such a sad moment. Like everyone else you meet on kind of good terms, like Remy's just in the middle of nowhere, and fucking Lorm just kind of, hey, how you doing? Time to get the good stuff. Da 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 da. Did I get this one originally? I don't think I did. I think I kind of messed up the first time. I don't know. I just feel this is a little bit more important. Why wouldn't you tell me? Those are my choice. Oh. Isn't even that much special, but... Like, the eyes are so cute when they want to be cute. They're cute. Good eyes. Like, on your first go, this is just the worst moment. Especially if you've done anything with her. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I got this one originally. Ah, whatever. Maybe they were lying. Lies! Or maybe I'm supposed to impress her the first. Fuck. I do feel the same way, actually. Hope for the best. Bind to a lemon? This is sad. I might actually have to restart because that's kind of like a bad option. I'm impressed. How fast this goes when you just know what you're doing. What's going on here? This is the abandonment ending, I think. Even not, who cares? I imagine she's just a little bit upset. Ah, oh, that's so naughty. I think this is what happened originally, and I feel bad about it. Like, I still feel bad about it, no matter what. So apparently, yeah, what? I need to know more about that one. So apparently you get abandoned if you get someone impressed and you don't call him back or anything. That's impressive. I need to know something. You! Ooh!